Hello? Hello? Sorry, I'm a minute late. I'm JoeHart. I live in Vermont. I'm a person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. I've been live streaming for many years, but I'm fairly new to YouTube Live, the community, and then uh, doing streams live on YouTube and also recorded on YouTube. And then recently I got involved with StreamYard. So a lot of this is still new to me. I might be fumbling or testing or things like that. I try to, I'm always striving to try to get better and better as far as being on the topic. For me, the topic is the Idaho 4, the four college students that were. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. To all the live viewers, welcome. I appreciate you being here. If you ever want to make a comment or anything, let me know what platform you're coming from. That'd be great. As far as the recorded viewers go, I love that you all are here too, and I appreciate it so much. These three press conferences, they actually, the tapes, they're timed at an hour, 40 minutes and 18 seconds, but 8 minutes and 55 seconds are kind of like dead air. So at the beginning, I didn't get any more timestamps except at the beginning. So that comes up to an hour, 31 minutes and 23 seconds. I doubt if I'll be able to go through all three of them because I'm sure we'll stop and discuss because that's what I want to do. And I generally read all the comments because I really appreciate comments. They usually try to help me stay on topic, but I'm not real strict. I mean, I like all comments, so I don't mind it being slightly off topic or completely off topic, those kind of things. Where's my, there's comments. Oh, I forgot to click on that thing. So, but anyway, I'm going to try to be as punctual as I can be on this. And probably at the beginning of the stream, there'll be a lot of more testing than later because I'm beginning to learn that YouTube is a slow and steady thing and StreamYard seems similar. I am, I upgraded. And by the way, hello to all the live viewers. If you want to make a comment or a question or anything, I'd appreciate that. I forget what I was talking about, but anyway, allegedly, hello at everybody in chat and hello, JoeHart. Hey, allegedly, how are you? Thanks for being here. I'm going to see how well I am at kind of staying on task. I'm sure everybody here knows that would be fairly challenging, but I'm going to just hello to all. Welcome. And again, a lot of it will be testing. I have the three press conferences up on a window, on a tab, and I think that's what I want. They're all paused right at the beginning. But like I said earlier, the three conferences together is an hour and 40 minutes and some change. And with the dead air removed at the beginning, I only have timestamps from the beginning. But with that removed, it's an hour and 31 minutes. So I don't think I'll get through all those because I want to stop them and discuss them and respond to all comments. So, but I just want to, I guess, and I will, like I said, I will always be announcing that this is the first time I've done this and first time I've done that. And I will be perpetually testing. That's a given. I can learn something, 7 times and then I forget. Allegedly, there is a new video release of the 2 female victims prior to the food truck. Oh, wow. I have not seen that. I haven't seen that. I think and that sounds really exciting to hear. I'd like to, I probably won't be able to show that now because that would be downloaded and all that stuff, and I'd get all overwhelmed and stuff. But that's cool. I think I kind of have. I think I've just taken I think I've laid back a little bit. I think I was very intense the first 2 or 3 weeks. I was a yippy dog as a commenter in a lot of tons of streams. I probably have seen more than 100 hours, more than 200 hours. I can't even estimate. And I did when I love history. I love YouTube history. And it came up that I went to 68 creators streams. So I think I overdid it. And I think and I didn't, as I always say, this isn't because the police said, if y'all get false information out there, you can be sued, which is, that's a valid point. But that's not why I changed. I think I just got a little tired of the and I don't, I know it's in your name allegedly, but anyway, I just got a little tired of speculation and allegedlys and especially the people that would make definitive statements as if they knew the truth and their truth was the truth and everybody else didn't know what they're talking about. Especially those were, but I know we can't say, oh, well, I think this and I speculate this and, but anyway, I think I just took that's my long answer of why I didn't find the video. I'm this learning to stream is going to be all encompassing for me. And that will be way more all encompassing than the Idaho 4. And I'm disappointed in that. I hope, I'm not young and I haven't figured this out yet in my life, but I hope I can try to figure out how to multitask and try to do those too. But anyway, let me look at my intro. I always like to start at the beginning, thoughts and prayers for the victims, families, loved ones, friends, students of the school, University of Idaho, the town, Moscow, Idaho, the county. I always tried to say Latah, but I think someone corrected me, and I don't know if they're right, but they said it was Latah. So Latah County, and Idaho, the state of Idaho, and just, the law enforcement, just all of that. So I don't know. I don't believe I'm saying I don't think I have what it takes to be a crime sleuther. I think I do have what it takes. But I think that's going to, it's only been 4 weeks. And I think that's going to evolve quickly into facts, and more facts, and less speculation, less rumors, less 4chan, less Reddit. And do I read both them? I sure do. Reddit more than 4chan, but I probably go on to Reddit, 2 or 3 times a day. And I read it. I go down the rabbit hole, but I think you gotta be discerning. You gotta disseminate. You gotta, and as I keep repeating, I think 4chan is a little less than 10% accurate. I think Reddit is a little, 20 to 25% accurate. And even if the whole room, if all of y'all agreed with me and said, yeah, it is 20 to 25% accurate, we would all have a different set of, the ones we believe in. So, it's all about discerning. It's all about disseminating. It's all about, and that's, I forget if that's subjective or objective. I never did figure out those 2 words, but I think it's subjective. I don't know. But, it's for each of us to decide. But, there's been, my life is up and down anyway. And then when I go onto these YouTube lives, it's up and down, and, I did a little follow up to some of the topic that I've been talking about in past streams, and I got a tweet out there and, I tried to ask for a response from certain people. And, I've learned I learned 34 years ago that I can only do my side of the street. and I can't worry about the other side of the street. Now I'm frantic about the other side of the street, but anyway, I'm trying to do that as a good thing. So let me just get this stuff started. I didn't do all the, I wanted to thank my mods. I want to thank the live viewers. I love comments. I wanted to thank the recorded viewers, but I just can't multitask. So it's not like I can perfect my intro and in every future stream I do a perfect intro, even though I'm adding new things each time. So it's me. I'm hardwired that way. That's the way I am. I don't think I'm an old curmudgeon. I don't know how to pronounce that word, but I don't know if I'm an old curmudgeon that's stuck in my ways. I think I'm hardwired with a lot of things, mostly disabilities related. There might be a catharsis. I don't even know what that means, but I think it's correct. Or metamorphosis. There may be changes in my life by doing the streaming and such. There really might be. That's not why I'm streaming, and I'm not counting on that, but there might be. I might figure out how to do some stuff naturally, or being around other people, or just repeated behavior. So anyway, enough of that. Let me allegedly, I don't know if you want to come up as a panelist. I think tonight we'll probably try to be different. I'm not sure if I would. I'm not sure if I would be a typical person to ask questions to the panelists and have them answer. For tonight, I think one of the bigger purposes of a panelist, for at least for me, would be to entertain the room while I'm clicking on tabs and getting things going. Now, I'm positive tonight. I'm hopeful tonight. I'm hopeful that from as soon as I stop talking right now, I could start that video within 8 seconds. So I might be wrong. I could, but they're all paused. They're right on the thing. I think I know how to share and stuff. So anyway, you are welcome to come up to the panel. And that would be, I'm actually editing on my iPhone, so I can't at the moment. I'm just here listening and supporting my friend. Well, thank you, allegedly. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So, but anyway, to the room, there might be some dead air, and I don't mind dead air. I really don't. I think it's fine that that no one is talking. I think that's okay. I don't know about dead video. I think it always helps to have people on the camera, but it can be their icon, but just someone on the video. So, let's see here. So anyway, it's 13:06, and I would say that's relatively quick for me. I wouldn't mind getting quicker to get to the meats and the potato. So there are 3 press conferences that they've done. I doubt if they'll do another one until they have a person in custody. I don't think they're going to get they do the press updates and I want to come up with one term to mean for all of it, but just the police updates, they're doing that. And they started the Moscow Police PIO, the brand new YouTube page. It opened, they opened it December 5th, and they currently have 8 videos as of earlier today, 8 videos. And I think, you can tell those are staged. I don't like the word staged, but you can tell those are staged. So they pre-rehearse the questions and stuff. So anyway, so the first press conference was November 16th, Wednesday at 3:30 Pacific time. The time of the video is 39:33. There's dead air at the beginning of 6 minutes and 55 seconds. So that's 32:38. I think I would love to play the whole thing. I hope to play the entire video. But I'll be looking at the comments, and I might be doing some things behind the scene, but anyway, I'm not great at multitasking, so I might miss things from the press conference. But okay, so allegedly, whether they have actual information for the case or just information pointing out that they are still investigating and put rumors to rest, they should have another one soon. I don't know if you have contacts with anybody, but I don't think that's going to be true. I don't think they're going to do anything. And I have nothing to base it on. I mean, it's just they have only gotten in trouble. I don't think they got any positive feedback or reinforcement or anything from all three of them. I think they effed up big time. And the press updates, you can tell it was Moscow Police Department, and you can kind of tell what day it, the day or two or three where it became FBI updates. You can kind of tell how it changed. But let me read that again. Whether they have actual information for the case or just information pointing out that they are still investigating and put rumors to rest, they should have another one soon. It would be great. That would be super cool if they did that. And rumors seems to be, I mean, I can think they go through phases. Maybe a week ago, rumors were really big and they're getting all these leads and tips based on rumors. And so they're like, stop, people, stop with the rumors. So, and now they're hooked on the car. And, I assume this new video release is from the online crime sleuth place. That probably wasn't released by the cops, and it probably wasn't, these media outlets. I mean, News Nation, I'm brand new to it, and I watch it every night. I'm trying to get used to it. I wish Brian Enton had his own show and he would talk for an entire hour about Idaho 4. There's not enough new information for that. And as far as I understand, he doesn't have a show. He talks to other people. So anyway, I'm giving it a shot, but I've heard some, Banfield just about every night. And she's attractive and she seems fairly thorough, but just about every night, at least once or twice, she misquotes things, and I'm like, wow, I hope you have 5 producers in your ear and 5 producers that are doing, anyway, I didn't come here to rag about Banfield, but I'm trying to get to know news. Anyway, I don't think that the video came from any media outlet. I don't know where it came. I'm just hypothesizing. See, I say I don't want to do speculation, and there I am. Okay, so I am going to. Okay, I'm in the solo layout, press shift 1. So I'm already in that, and I think that's what I do if I don't have any guest up here. So I'm going to hit present. So I just clicked present and it says share screen, and I hit that and it says share screen. It says that's easiest with 2 monitors. I was like, what's the cheapest monitor I can get? And I would, impulsively immediately go buy an $89 monitor. And I don't know how it hooks up to the, I think I've had a laptop and put a monitor to it and it says share both screens or something, but I would have no idea how to do that. But anyway, I'd like to. Okay, Chrome tab. That one. Oh, wait. Sharing. Okay, so I'm a little unsure if I share first or start the. No, I guess I share first. Okay, so share screen. Chrome Lab. City of Moscow without the date. So that must be the first one. Now it's shared. And now I will go back and start it. And so, like I said, it's dead air until this moment. It's pretty queued up. So it's going to start happening immediately. So, I know a lot of times when the video starts, I'm like, I got a few seconds to not pay attention. Anyway, I don't do what you want. I'm just letting you know this will start up within 2 or 3 seconds. So it goes from 6:56 to 39:33. Depending on how comments go, I assume I'm going to stop it like every 4 or 5 minutes and people are going to go, yeah, I think this, or I think that. And, that'd be kind of cool. Again, I hope, you can do whatever you want. I hope we don't rag too much about things. I hope we can get more information out of it. You know that anyway. Okay, I'm going to start it. Sorry, I keep talking. So I just hit start. Thanks. You see it? Cool. Oh, I can maximize this, I think. It's not much bigger, but a little bit.
Here. My name is Chief James Fry with the Moscow Police Department. I'm going to be reading from my notes today because I want the information you received to be extremely accurate. We know you have questions, and so do we. That is why we're here. I'd like to thank everyone for attending this press conference. Joining me today is the Latah County Prosecutor Bill Thompson, University of Idaho President Scott Green, Provost and Vice President Tori Lawrence, University of Idaho Dean of Students Blaine Eccles, Latah County Sheriff Richie Skiles, Chief Deputy of Latah County Tim Best, Idaho State Police Colonel Kedrick Wills. The Moscow Police Department would like to extend our condolences to all family members, friends, the University of Idaho, and the Moscow community. This was a horrible crime that took the lives of Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogan, and Kaylee Goncalves. This horrible crime has affected all of us, the families, the University of Idaho, our community, our country, and our officers. Agencies that are involved in this task force include Latah County Sheriff's Office, the Idaho State Police, and the Federal Bureau of Investigations. As we continue our investigation, we have learned that Ethan and Xana were at a party on campus, and Madison and Kaylee were at a downtown bar. They arrived home sometime after 1:45. If anyone in our community or across our nation has any information about these times or the victim's whereabouts, please call our tip line at 208-883-7180. The facts of the case that we know right now. We know that these homicides occurred in the early morning hours of Sunday, November 13th. Around noon, Moscow officers received a call of an unconscious person.
Hey, Mary.
Officers discovered the bodies of Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogan, and Kaylee Goncalves inside the residence on King Road.
So for people that just came in the room, we're just going through the 3 press conferences. I'm sure we can't get through all of them tonight, but this is the first one. So I'm starting with the first one. We just started. It started about a minute ago or something like that. And it's 33 minutes. I probably want to play the whole thing through, but we can stop it. I got permission, by the way. I talked to the cops in the University of Idaho and the city of Moscow. That was the 3 people because the videos were different. So I had to talk to all 3 of them, and they all gave me permission. They said it's public use. You can use it. I'm like, great. So, but anyway, I'll play it. And then if comments are like, hey, I think this, or I think that, or whatever, then we might pause it. So just let me know if you think we need a break or whatever. So I'm going to restart it. Hi, Mary. Thanks for being here. And I'm going to start the video.
The 4 were stabbed with a knife, but no weapon has been located at this time.
Thanks, Mary. I hope you too.
There was no sign of forced entry into the residence. Investigators are continuing to collect evidence at the scene. Investigators are working to develop a timeline to relevant events. Autopsies are taking place today on all the victims so we can continue to gather evidence and solve the crime. Investigators are working to follow up on all leads and to identify a person of interest. Based on details of the scene, we believe this was an isolated, targeted attack on our victims. We do not have a suspect at this time, and that individual is still out there. We cannot say that there's no threat to the community, and as we have stated, please stay vigilant, report any suspicious activity, and be aware of your surroundings at all times. What we don't know, the identity and location of the suspect, the location of the knife or any clothing that was worn by the suspect. Currently, we have 25 plus investigators working this case, as well as assistance from the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Idaho State Police. We're reviewing video that has been collected, but we are asking citizens to contact us with any information you may have that will help in this investigation. Once again, we're asking anyone to call the tip line at 208-883-7180. At this time, I would like to introduce the University of Idaho President, Scott Green.
Thank you, Chief Fry. I'm Scott Green, President of the University of Idaho, and with me is Tori Lawrence. He's our Provost, and Blaine Eccles, our Dean of Students, will be available for questions after all of the statements are made. The crime, to us, this crime and the loss of these young lives is just simply beyond comprehension. While our small community is certainly not immune to such things, it's not a situation our close-knit campus is used to dealing with. First, my deepest condolences to the families. And friends of Ethan, Kaylee, Zena, and Madison. Excuse me. Their loss has been devastating, and they were bright lights in our community and are deeply missed and remain in our thoughts and our prayers. We've been working with Moscow Police since we were notified on Sunday of the crime. We've helped when asked and continually push for information whenever possible, knowing that we cannot interfere with the important work and good investigations that are occurring. We just want justice for these victims. Our focus at the university is to support our students and our employees. We are encouraging students and employees to take care of themselves as we head into Thanksgiving break. I want to take a moment to commend our faculty and staff who have been on the front lines helping our students, whether that is providing counseling to those in need of support, accommodating those who want to travel home, or engaging those who find comfort in staying busy interacting with their peers and our instructors in class. Our employees stepped up when our students needed them. While we have relied heavily on the expertise of Moscow Police, we feel confident that remaining open with flexibility to leave allows our students to decide what is best for them. The weeks ahead will continue to challenge us as this loss and the circumstances around this crime become known. We will support each other as we grieve.
Wow, that's some pretty, yeah, I'm, oh no, where am I? Let's see here. Yeah, that's pretty cool, allegedly. And it sounded like, I'm trying to stay up with the comments. I think I have them all. And it sounds like Mary saw the video too. So yeah, that's pretty interesting that there's audio. To me, and I know there's audio at the food truck, but there's a ton of people, and I didn't personally hear Kaylee and Maddie very well there. I'm sure some people had microphones they could zoom in. And so, I mean, yeah, I think audio would affect me far more than video. So I don't know. I think of it as more intimate or something. I don't know. So, allegedly says, and I'm sorry, I'm just starting there, but allegedly says, it seems curious to me because it sounded like whatever they told Adam as we assume they said, must have been very bad. Wow, I'm going to have to check it. And then Mary says, who is Adam? And that's why, I have no idea, but I'll probably find this video when I get off. And that's name everyone is deciphering from the recording. What'd you tell Adam? I told him everything. Ooh, golly, that's pretty wild. Sorry. Hi, allegedly. How are you doing? It was before the food truck. Yeah, that's what allegedly said. That's pretty wild. Golly. So anyway, there was a lot of comments about that, so I wanted to address that. And it's fine. I mean, I can certainly, I think I'm doing a trial run with this press conference. I do want to go through all three, and I want to hear them. And I might want to listen to them offline because I really want to see if there's other hints or, especially during the questions, probably if there's other, when he says, yeah, the door was open. Well, we can't confirm this, just all the different things like that. But yeah, and allegedly, haha, no problem, Mary, Canton. Also, it's only screenshots. They won't show the video, but they shared the audio. Oh, yeah, that would be, that would have an effect on me for sure. Okay, so I'm going to go back to but like I said, this is kind of a trial run. I'm black and white. I'm not, the gray area is really hard for me. So I wanted to do a stream with all three of them, but they're, it's an hour and 31 minutes. And, that would be a 4.5 hour stream. So I'm not going to get through all three tonight. Probably one, maybe start the second, something like that. So anyway, I'm going to go back to it and restart it. It's at 14 minutes, 35 seconds out of 30. What's that? 25 more minutes.
And we'll move through this together as a Vandal family. Thank you.
I would like to have Colonel Kedrick Wills come to the podium, please.
Good afternoon. My name is Kedrick Wills. I serve as the director of the Idaho State Police. And as we have this discussion today, I'd like to express my appreciation for your attendance here because it's important, vitally important, that we get the information that we have out to the public. Crime knows no boundaries, and these murders have shaken us to our very core. You heard the university president as well as the chief of police talk about this small community, and it's a very close, tight-knit community. And our hearts break for the families that lost their loved ones, the University of Idaho, the Moscow community, and even within our entire state. Be assured, the Idaho State Police is firmly in support of the work that the Moscow Police Department is doing, and we are providing every resource that we can to make sure that this comes to a conclusion, and the person or people that this is responsible are brought to justice. It's so important that you understand that this takes a team effort. This is teamwork with the university, with this Moscow City Police Department, the Latah County Sheriff's Office, the Idaho State Police, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. It takes everybody to be able to do this. And it's a balancing act. It's a balancing act of getting the community the information that they need to have with making sure that we provide a case that the Latah County Prosecutor's Office can go forward with. Governor Little, Idaho's governor, full weight of all the resources we have within our state are available.
So probably the thing I've used the most in StreamYard so far has been the panel. I've gotten pretty comfortable with the panel and stuff. And, I will evolve, of course, with the way I think of the panel and the way I use it and such. But certainly, Mary and allegedly, and, Mary, you're certainly welcome to come up. I know allegedly said he's working on things right now, so he can't. But I think tonight's panel would be a little different than a typical panel. But like I said, that may evolve. But I'm thinking of a typical panel would be, me asking questions or bringing up a topic, and then the panelist responds and stuff. And, and I respond to that, but this might be trying to focus on, and obviously you can tell I'm not doing it too well tonight of focusing on the press conference. But anyway, Mary, you're welcome to come up. Just let me know if you'd like, or I might not drop the link until someone I know says they want to come up, because yesterday I got a couple people, and I'm sending. I upgraded on StreamYard. I am not feeling well today, but maybe next time. Oh, okay. Thanks, Mary. Yeah, anytime. Just let me know. I love your support. You have awesome support, Mary. Thank you so much. So yeah, just let me know. So I upgraded so I can send it. I had to really upgrade. I went 2 levels. The first paid plan, you can only go to 3 destinations, and I was like, I got to send it to every day. So I went to the second paid level, which is the 3rd level of plans, and I can send it to 8. So anyway, I'm currently sending to 6 plans, but I guess I'm discovering, 6 destinations, like Facebook profile, Facebook page, LinkedIn profile, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And I've discovered, in my few short days here, that my largest, I always like to shout them out, but my largest audience so far is Twitter, and it's enormous. And but for me, I'm small potatoes, but Twitter can't comment. But anyway, the other ones that can comment, I guess I'm discovering that you all may not necessarily see comments from the other. I thought you all were seeing them all, but anyway, yesterday, I think every day I've been, the previous 2 days, I had I don't like to call them trolls, but anyway, someone came on and came to backstage and started, there was one that I couldn't see what it was, but kind of along the lines of a peen picture. And then the other person was saying some really nasty things about disabilities and blacks and African Americans and stuff. Sorry, I don't say sorry, African Americans. So anyway, so I'm bringing that up because of what? I forget. Anyway, I don't know why I brought that up. There was a purpose. There was a reason to bring that up. But anyway, yeah. So Twitch, I was seeing some pretty bad things, but my mods couldn't get access to that. I guess I probably need mods on all 6 platforms, I guess, so that they can each take care of their own people. But oh yeah, that's why I won't drop the link until someone actually that I know from other streams that wants to come in, or I invite them in, and they say yes. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, the link was there from someone else, and then the person would come in, scroll up, click on it, and give me a peen picture. So which doesn't bother me exceptionally well. It's anyway. So so Mary Yanton, I don't think I've ever said your last name, so I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Mary Yanton, because Kaylee mom said she was moved and planning on getting back together with Jack, so maybe she was messing with this Adam guy. Just my opinion. That'd be weird that she's getting back together with Jack because she's going down to Austin. And I know people do long distance relationships, but generally those don't really work, especially if someone's, it sounds like they're up and down and they're off and on. So boy, I would hate to have my relationships blasted all over the world. Just, this would be horrible. So I am not feeling well today, but maybe next time. Thank you. You're welcome. And Mary says yes. Oh, Yanton. Okay, good. Thanks. So I will go back to the video, and I think tonight we'll probably, I always say this every night, but YouTube is so slow and steady, and StreamYard is so slow and steady that I'm like, well, it might be a slow and intimate night, but I keep forgetting about Twitter. You should have said someone backstage has a baby pinky as a thumbnail for any peen pics. Well, I think you may remember from last night, or I think it was last night, it wasn't a peen, but I couldn't figure out what it was. I think it was a rump, but I couldn't tell for anyone. So I'm pretty proud of my numbers over in Twitter. So I'm going to talk about them now. And this is a trial run. This is for a couple of nights ago, there was someone that was like, oh, I'm shy and I don't want to be on your panel. And she's like, but it does seem pretty, nice here and safe here. And I'm like, it is, I mean, it is the open internet, but as safe as it can be. And I didn't know, my first two streams I sent to six destinations, which is Facebook and Twitter and stuff. When I did that, I wasn't aware of the effect. And then I went to all 6 platforms and I went, oh, okay, there is some interaction here. But Twitter was, so anyway, this is a trial run to mention to anybody that may want to come onto the panel. Even though the number says 1 right now, which I'm not usually too concerned about how intimate my streams are. I'm still learning and trying to learn different things. But Twitter is quite big. And I forgot to do the shout out to Twitter. So Twitter, I'm on a lot of platforms, but I love Twitter. Twitter's my favorite. It's probably one of my first, or at least my biggest first. So I thank you all out in Twitter land. Thank you for watching it live. Thank you for watching it recorded. I am so sorry that you can't make comments. That's going to be a bummer. I think you can comment on my stream on Twitter. I'm not sure, but you could tweet me anyway or send it to my DM. My DMs are open. And so you can send me anything you want, questions, comments, but it would be a day delay. But I'll address it the next time, whenever I got it. So anyway, I know I'm supposed to love all 6 of my children the same, but the other platforms, Twitch, I have nothing on Twitch. I hope to get more. Hi, Twitch. Thanks for watching. Okay. And, I guess I haven't done that okay. So Facebook profile. Hello, JoeHart. Thank you for watching. Facebook page. Hello, JoeHart, IDA Invisible Disabilities Advocate. That's the page you're on. A LinkedIn profile. Hello, I'm JoeHart. Mostly motorsports. You've seen my things. YouTube. You're the slow and steady, the base of everything. So thank you, YouTube. Twitch. I have an account over there, but I don't think I've ever made a video until yesterday. I made 2 through this. So Twitch, thank you. So far, the only guest I've had is the person who said really nasty things, which again, it doesn't bother me. I have a mod. I have several mods, and I had a mod that, she was like, I don't know if I can do it. And we're like, yeah, you can do it. And we had a troll, and one of the other mods removed the troll, and she's like, I get the next one. She's like, now I know what to do. I can do it. And so yesterday when Twitch came in, and again, I'm not talking about all of Twitch. One person in Twitch came here and said some real nasty things. And so I was like, hey, so-and-so, there you go. There's your troll. Go do your job. I know. And I was like, other mods, don't touch it. That's her troll. Or I don't know if I said that, but I was just like, go get your troll. And I didn't get a response. I know, I should talk about latency and delays and stuff, but I didn't see an answer from her. So I'm like, oh, maybe she's trying to do it. So I'll give her a little time. And then she came back and she says, I don't see what you're talking about. I'm like, it's just right above there. It's right up there from Twitch. And I think allegedly was the first to respond, or someone responded and they said, we don't see the Twitches. We don't see it's not on our, I'm like, what? I have 6. And so I haven't totally figured that out, but I guess the 6 destinations, they have their own. Anyway, I'll try to figure that out. So anyway, I'm getting way off the topic, and I asked everyone to stay. So alleged, I'll put that up there. So alleged says you should have said someone backstage has a baby's pinky as a thumbnail for any peen pics. I'll try to remember that. I won't remember it, but I might. Mary says, thank you, allegedly, for subbing my channel. Cool. And allegedly, as you know and are aware, and you can drop any links that you want to drop. If it sounds like Mary has a channel, so you can drop Mary's channel or any of that kind of stuff. Feel free to do all that stuff. So anyway, what happened in Twitter, and these were both on December 16th. These were both yesterday. One was at 12:01, just after noon, and I had 1,505 impressions and 448 replays, and that's live replays, or live views and replay views. So 448. So even though this number says 2, you can add 448 to it. And then the second one was at 10 p.m. yesterday, and I had 1,328 impressions. The impressions went down, but the views went up. Again, I'm small potatoes, but the replay viewers went up to 559. And again, that's live. Live was 430. Live was 430, and replay was 130. Thereabouts. It's always changing. So yeah, it says 2, but it's really 432 people watching. And again, thank you, Twitter. Please send me a comment or question, or follow me, or DM me, or send me whatever you want. I would love to. Do all that stuff. So I'm gonna go through the comments here, and then hopefully get back to the press conference. So Mary says, I'm on my phone, but will sub you when I get off. Cool. And Donald, I'm not sure if I recognize you from Twitch. Wait, you're from YouTube, but Twitch is in your name. Okay, so Donald D Nice 3838 from Twitch. All these guys in their females' lives is for sure so many red flags around all these guys in Kaylee and Maddie's lives. And I'll probably have to read it a couple of times, or at least twice, so I can totally understand what you're saying. But I think allegedly said facts. So, okay, all these guys in their females' lives is for sure so many red flags around all these guys in Kaylee and Maddie's life. And I kind of get the gist of what you're saying. And I would basically agree too, but I tend to be hypersensitive and super sensitive and whatever the other word I usually say, I can't think of it. And I'm usually empathetic to, Moscow, Idaho did not ask to be put under a microscope. This thing happened and they suddenly became under a microscope. And there's quirky, I'm disabled. And JoeHart is disabled, and disabled is JoeHart. They're interchangeable. I don't separate those two. But what I call my disabilities is exactly what I call my disabilities is quirks and idiosyncrasies. So watching all these people on video, I would say there's a lot of quirky. I would say there's a lot of idiosyncratic people in that town, in that city. So anyway, I usually give them the benefit of the doubt. I probably am going to try to get away from naming names, but jackass. I would say he's just socially awkward. He likes women and he doesn't know how to interact with them, and they reject them, and it's just awkward. Jeremy, he kind of wants his 15 minutes of fame, but he's a lawyer to be, so he's studying. He doesn't really know how to interact. And, I think the biggest people ragged on him about is that by walking his dog, he noticed what was going on in other neighbors' windows, which I think is the most absurd thing in the world. I am incredibly observant. And I think a lot of humans are incredibly observant. And when they're walking their dog, they're going to notice things. But everybody was like, oh my God, he's a peeping Tom. And I'm like, would you all get over that stuff? So anyway, Donald, you might get to know me over time. I usually am not just answering your statement. That wasn't all directed at your statement. It just brings things up in my head and stuff. So all these guys in their females' lives is for sure so many red flags around all these guys in Kaylee and Maddie's lives. Yes. And again, I haven't gotten to anyway, allegedly says D Nice facts. So yeah, he agrees. So allegedly, I will sub just in case you decide to go active channel. So I'll be the first person to walk that path with you. Man, allegedly, you are so supportive. I assume you're talking about Mary. So somehow I'd like to get I like to follow everybody or sub everybody. So so yeah, man, if he's number one, I'd like to be number two. So Mary, thank you so much. And allegedly Donald D. Nice. Facts. Mary, welcome, Donald. Donald says thank you. Allegedly, Donald. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I can't, as y'all can tell, I can't multitask. I can either read the comments or I can show the comments, but I can't do both. It's so challenging for me. My disabilities, my synapses that have been damaged because earlier things in life. So, okay, Mary Anton. Welcome, Donald. Donald, thank you. Allegedly, Donald was here a precious right, if I'm not mistaken. Donald was here a previous night. Donald was here a previous night, if not mistaken. I'm not great at knowing names, and and you said it below, previous, not precious. So yeah, I'm not. I have to see someone, 10 days in a row in 3 different streams, and I go, oh, okay, now I get their name. So I don't. I apologize, Donald. I just respond. Yeah, a few times. Oh, Donald, I feel bad. I think I would have noticed the Twitch in your name, though. I'm sending to 6 destinations tonight, and Twitch is one of them, but I'm not. I have an account on Twitch, but I don't think I've ever done any streaming there. I'm not a gamer, and so I don't understand it, and so I shy away from it. So I think I would have noticed the Twitch in your name, but I understand everybody. That makes sense. So yeah, a few times. Wow, this is number 8. I've only done it 8 times. Allegedly, I get so many typos on this droid. Those damn droids. Mary, that is an emoji and maybe a basic smiley face. It's too small for me. Let me see if I can see it over here. Yeah, basic smiley face. That's cute. Donald, it's all good. Thank you. Donald, this case is so wild in American history, for sure be in record books. Yes, it is pretty wild. Allegedly, JoeHart, we have a past case, law student, who was a peeping Tom, secretly recorded her, then strangled and dismembered her. Stephen McDaniels was his name. And I know practically nothing about that case, but I happen to have seen his interview, and it's the interview where they say, and are you aware that they found the body today? And he is silent for like 8 seconds and seems shaken up, and he's like, they're like, do you need to end this interview? And so yeah, that's creepy. That's he could talk about the person. So but anyway, I mean, that makes sense, but when we don't want to profile too much. That doesn't mean that every awkward law student is a peeping Tom. I mean, he just notices what he's walking his dog. You don't look at the dog. You don't look at the ground. You don't look at the sky. You don't look at trees. You're looking around. You're looking at houses and stuff. You're just, and I'll eat my words if he's the person that did this, but I don't think he is. I think he's just awkward. Allegedly, I remembered him because it took forever to type out his name to say hi. Okay, allegedly, I believe you. So I'm sorry. So Donald, okay, you got allegedly's stamp of approval. I am all with him. Thank you, allegedly. Mary, I'm trying to learn how to set up my channel, and I'm trying to learn how to change my name because I don't like having my name in there. Amen. I don't know if and again, I can go to T-Rev stream every single day. I don't, but I could go there every single day, and I could go to Brittany J every single day. And then when I come over here, I don't remember where I've met y'all from. I won't be able to go, oh, that's T-Rev. Oh, that's Brittany. So I'm sorry, Mary, if you're a Brittany crew, I think you called me Santa when you came in, which anybody that says Santa, that means you're T-Rev generally. So, so you may already know this, but Britt, allegedly with Brittany J, who I love, please follow her. Please watch her stream. She's a superstar. She's super busy. I've sent them a couple of correspondence, and she's busy. She's got a lot of stuff, but she's great. And, and I don't know how long she's been doing this, but I think several years. And she's like, yeah, the only thing I wish I did differently is not have my name in the thing. And that, now she's well known, so she can't change it. So yes, that's now in T-Rev, I changed my name to Santa Joe because they were calling. I mean, I first changed it to Santa because that's what they were calling me, and I was like, I can't do it. I'm Scrooge. I don't like Christmas. So I'm going to put Santa Joe. I mean, I have tons of issues with Santa and Christmas, and I'm fairly pessimistic about most of the life. So I changed it to Santa Joe. But anyway, my only point is that was a quick change. I just typed it in and just rechanged it. Like mine is JoeHart PwD's 88. And I think I can change that on the fly. But I think the master account is some certain thing. So even if you change your name, it might still be Mary Yanton. So anyway, just make sure all copies of your name is not there. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. So Mary says, yes, I remember that. I guess you're talking about that law student. I'm mentioning him because this law student speaking on Idaho 4 shouldn't be. And, again, I think I always lean pro like he didn't ask for a microphone to be put in front of him. And he didn't, he wasn't given the 10 questions. They just started shooting questions at him. So I don't think it's any human being's natural response to go, oh, I abstain. I plead the fifth. I need a lawyer. Don't talk to me. So, and you're not saying any of that, but I don't think that's, like the corner, which I love the corner. I know everybody hates the corner, but I like the corner a lot. One of my streams is only going to be about her and all the time she's talked. I love her. She has changed her story, but I love her. And she told the 17-year-old graphic details. I love her. I don't love her. I think she's the best source of information. That's what I think. She made mistakes. But anyway, so I think they didn't plan on this. And a microphone is in front of their face with, I guess the neighbors, they took a little extra time. So they didn't get to the neighbors until later. But again, he didn't ask for that mic to be put in front of him. I don't think it's human nature to go, I'm not going to talk. Leave me alone, And, I think everybody wants their 15 minutes of fame. And I think everybody gets in trouble and say, I'm on a ton of streams. Anyway, I could go on that topic forever, but I'm in a ton of streams that talk and share, and then they get comments, and the comments are saying what the commenter perceived. They say, well, I perceived that you were accusing that person of being the perp. And the person would get really mad and say, I didn't say that. I said, and it's like, in my eyes, and again, this is way off topic, but in my eyes, the reality of what actually happened, I think perception of the person listening is at least 25% of the scenario. It's not all about who said the words. I think it's also about the perception. And so anyway, I think it's okay that I think he would do it differently. If he knows what the questions are. Now he knows that it's a big deal. Now he knows he's going to be doxxed. And, I guess something about his family. I think they showed up at a brother's house, something about his family. So, and Mary, exactly. Oh, wait, is that showing? Okay. And then Donald, there's now more videos out today that could be huge to this case. Yeah, I don't know. Allegedly, and Mary, we're talking about the, and I'm sure I'm behind on comments, so you're probably already talking about it, but allegedly and Mary both mentioned that there's a video. We haven't seen the video yet, but there's a video of Kaylee and Maddie talking before the food truck. And it's my understanding from allegedly and Mary that we have a still picture of it. And then we also heard the audio. I haven't heard any. I've been working on my lives, going live, and this is all encompassing, and I can't multitask, as I keep saying. So I haven't seen it yet. But Donald, if you're talking about, it says more videos plural. So if you know of another one, let us know, and the source, and I'm sure allegedly could get a link, and all that stuff. So you do say more videos, plural. So anyway. All right. Allegedly, here's the basic facts. If you aren't guilty and have zero evidence to provide, stay out of the case and don't speak on murdered people. Only guilty people insert themselves are lying fakers. This is my second case. Boston Marathon bomber is my first case. This is my second. I went down the rabbit hole for both of them. I became quite informed, but I only have 2 cases. I don't have anything to compare it to. But I've got to believe that that's not entirely true. I think people impulsively respond. The microphone's put in front of their face. They don't say no. They don't say I plead the fifth. They don't say leave me alone. If they reject the media person, because the media person's going to show up anyway to all these people's places. So if they reject the media person, people will say, oh, they're guilty. And if they talk, they're going to say, oh, they're guilty. They're a peeping Tom, and see that he has a bandage on his hand. Oh, no, it's his shirt, and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I have a lot of respect for your knowledge, allegedly. I'm sorry that I'm tearing that to shreds. Let me read it again. Usually I read it, impulsively respond, read it again, and go, okay, maybe I wasn't entirely right. But okay, here's the basic facts. If you aren't guilty and have zero evidence to provide, stay out of the case and don't speak on murdered people. Only guilty people insert themselves are lying fakers. So there, that's what allegedly says. And Mary says, T-Rev, I thought it was from him because you called me Santa, so thank you. Allegedly, Donald, we discussed that earlier a little bit. Yeah, man, they're both talking about it. But yeah, Donald, and we're not saying we discussed it earlier, so we can't discuss it anymore. Or at least I'm not saying that, and I don't think anybody's saying that. But I'm pretty curious about videos plural. Do you know of a different video that was released today, or at least the story about videos? So and you probably have already answered that question. I'm a little behind. Mary, yes, you've seen it, Donald. Yes, you've seen it. At Donald. Yes, you've seen it. You're aware that Donald has seen it? I don't know if that's a question or what. Okay. So Donald says, are there new videos? Are the new videos real, though? Is huge and key, though. So I think you're questioning whether the new video is real. So are there, like whoever provided, whoa, my screen, battery saver. My screen went dark. Let me get the plug in. Okay, I'm plugged back in. Sorry, I hope that didn't go dark or blank or anything. What am I at? 19% battery. Man, that went dark really quick. Okay, so Donald, are there new videos real, though? Is huge and key, though. So yeah, I mean, I think you're questioning whether it's real or not, which I think is good. I think we all as I'm not a crime sleuther yet. I don't have a hat. Where do I get my official hat? But I don't wear hats. I'm just joking. I mean, I wear odd hats, different hats. I used to stream all the time. I mean, I've streamed, I don't want to talk about the fish that got away, but I would say, honestly and accurately, I probably have streamed 3,000 times, and probably 2,000 of those times I had a hat on. I usually stream with a hat on. But anyway, I want my crim sleuth. So anyway, I think it's important that we do always question. Well, what did Ronald Reagan say? Trust but verify, or something like that. I'm butchering, and I don't know politics in this stream. I talk a lot about politics, but not in this stream. So I brought it up. My bad. You simply say, I'm sorry, I have no information except I saw them around occasionally. The babysitter in Quentin Salmon's case is an example. Her story changed multiple times. And, I don't want to sound like a broken. So yeah, you're right. They could say, I abstain, or, I plead the fifth, but in a nice way, like you said. So that would, I agree. And I don't think people, media people, I'm a media person. I personally think that all content creators are media because they have an effect on their viewers. And I'm small potatoes, but over in Twitter, hi Twitter, thank you for watching me. Please send me DMs and tweets and love ya. I know it looks intimate here, but we have hundreds of people watching over there. So please and thank you. So anyway, yeah, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but you know, some media are okay, but all you need is one or two media that are not okay, that will push. And, you know, it always happens that people say, I'm not going to answer that. The second question, I'm not available to answer that. The third question, okay, fuck you, I will answer it. You know, so it's, I think it's, I don't think, you know, until we're in that situation, I don't think, anyway, broken record. I could love comments. So I'm sorry that I'm not saying, I agree. So I'll try to improve on that. Mary Anton, it's taken from, I'm sure that's probably it is, or it's taken from video surveillance on a building before the food truck. Wow, that's pretty wild. And I mean, there's often times that I have ragged about the Moscow Police Department. I'm trying to become a little more sympathetic toward them. This is a long time. We should already have a suspect yet. But you know, my natural response is, wow, this is almost, you know, tonight at midnight, tonight at 7 a.m, whatever, 12 hours from now, in a half a day, it will be 5 weeks. So my first response is, why are we hearing this out? Why are we hearing about this in 5 weeks? Now, my second response is, let's hope that LE had this for 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and now it's just leaking out, or they really, you know, again, I don't know where it came from. So it probably wasn't a leak. It was probably, you know, so anyway, let's hope they had it before. Allegedly, the Donald, I haven't looked much into it, but it was given to police, which is why I think they went to re-interview the hoodie guy. His name's not Adam, is it? And, you know, I know that the hoodie guy has never been identified by LE, but crime sleuthers pretty much know who he is. And I mean, except I saw a stream a couple of days ago, 3-4 days ago. And they were saying, no, that might be Jack D. And everybody was like, no, it's Jack S. What are you talking about? But some of the comments were like, yeah, you got some good points. So it's weird that we identify someone, crucify them, and then say, oh, it might be someone else instead. So anyway, maybe I'm not in a great mood to be streaming tonight. Sorry about yeah, I might check myself. Allegedly, I haven't looked much into it, but it was given to police, which is why I think they went to re-interview the hoodie guy. Wow. So Donald, their new body cam video too, I'm thinking, don't know if it's true. Okay, so you did mean plural. Wow, cool. Yeah, I'll try to check that stuff out. In Philadelphia, the building, the sister building caught on fire. When I was asked to be interviewed because everyone called me hero for catching people jumping out of the windows. During the interview, I only explained what I saw. I only explained what I saw. I only explained what I saw happening and what I did to help. Later, the other two interviewees were evicted for lying and charged with lying to police. Oh, that sucks. I mean, I could see, I don't think people are perfect enough. I don't know you very well, allegedly. I mean, I know you pretty well, but you seem that you could be rather calculated, you know, that you could be less emotional and you go, okay, this is what I'm going to tell you the story, you know, but others be like, oh, yes, I'm so freaked out. And, you know, and I firmly believe, again, I firmly believe when something happens and there's 10 witnesses to it, you get 10 different stories. It's our perception. It's our, you know, we don't really mean, I mean, some people, there are liars. There are people that say it was a green car when it was clearly a black car. But I think there's people that aren't being malicious that say, oh, it's a green car. No, it's a blue car. No, it's a black car. No, it's a sedan. No, it's a station wagon. And they don't mean to do that. But usually when you have 10 witnesses, you're going to get 10 different stories. So anyway, that's pretty wild, allegedly. You are such a giving person. And as I said to you previously, I'm not. My hat's off to you. That's so phenomenal. And I told the story about my cousin being in the World Trade Center, which is all my stories can be long. And I'm Irish. And usually for Irish people, there's 3 descriptions. Either they say they're a great storyteller, or they're a good embellisher, or they're a good liar. And I do not think I'm a good storyteller, and I don't consider myself a liar. So I guess I'm an embellisher. But that's what they say. So anyway, the World Trade Center could be a long story, and I think I just present facts. I think that's how I tell stories. And I know I've been doing a bunch of speculating and all that stuff, but I I don't know. So Donald, this case is so wild, isn't it, Donald? And I know I'm talking about speculation, and I know I'm talking about naming names and stuff, but I wouldn't. I guess it's always, I guess it would be okay to revisit. Hey, who do y'all think it is, and what are your theories? Were they in the house before? Which I don't think so. Or where the dog was. Which Anyway, I have my opinions about everything. But Donald, if you want to put out a couple of blips of, again, I don't want to trash people, but if you want to say who you think it is, or their method, or if it was I don't call it a crime of passion, maybe a crime of rage, or a crime of rejection, or a crime of admiration. Infatuation. I think it's infatuation with one of the girls because of their TikTok stuff and their Instagram stuff. That's what I say. I'm not victim shaming, but so yeah, feel free to. But you're right. This case is so wild. Again, it's my second case, so I have nothing to base it on. Allegedly, I simply told them I saw the flickering lights, got my girlfriend and our ferret. You have a pet ferret? I don't know how long ferrets last. So, live out of the apartment and help jumpers. Telling that I knew nothing else saved me from eviction and a fine. Wow, that's amazing that the other 2 were evicted and you weren't. I generally love all pets. I love all pets, but I only know about cats and dogs. So I would probably try to pet a ferret, and I'd probably try to snuggle with a parrot, but I don't know if that would be smart. Like I would probably try to do that with a raccoon, and I know people have had skunks. I think they smell them. So anyway, I don't know much about ferrets. So that's cute that you have a ferret. So allegedly, I have been in the situation. Cool. Hey, Hot Mess, how are you? Where is that? Hot Mess. Hey, Santa. And allegedly. And Mary. Hey, Hot Mess, how you doing? Are you going to the gym? You just dropping by? Which is fine. I love you coming. I love everybody coming by for as short, as long as they want. So Mary Anton says, hello, Hot Mess. And Hot Mess says, Mary. And allegedly, I had long hair back then and a little heavier. I looked horrible that night, too. Truly didn't appreciate that someone started a fire when I was dressed down and not looking my best. They should have called you and said, hey, allegedly, are you looking your best? Okay, we're going to do it now. Not that you would be an accomplice, but yeah, it would be nice if they could let you know. That's for sure. So allegedly, Hot Mess, Summer, hello. And Mary, by the way, I am, I was showing where my finger. I don't know where my finger is. That I was showing the first press conference, and we got about 1/3 of the way or almost halfway. And then I stopped it for comments, and then it's been stopped for a while. But tonight's kind of a practice run, which it always is. I'm always testing. I'm always learning things and then forgetting and then relearning things. So theoretically, that's just to talk to the hundreds of people watching in Twitter and everywhere else that can't comment. If you happen to be offended that I put certain hashtags on the description and I'm not doing it, please let me know. I kind of get off topic and stuff, and I'm trying to get better. But like I said, Twitter, I love you. I know there's hundreds of people watching, or most likely. So thank you very much. And it'll be a day delay with your comment. So send me a comment And yes, sirree. So Mary, LOL. So allegedly, I almost typed hotness summer instead of hot mess. Yeah, I mean, she's a hotness. She's certainly a hot mess and a hotness. I mean, if I do say so myself, a hot mess. I yake both you. I yake both allegedly. You take both. LOL. I usually can do typos. And I won't perseverate because then you'll type the correction and I don't want you to correct it. So I think it's that you accept both of them. I think that's what you meant. And then hotness says LOL, and hot mess. I just said hot mess. Sorry about that. Hot mess. I just got done with the gym. What a superstar. You are. That's great. You do that. So allegedly, my ferret name was Gwen Sturferret. Do you like Gwen Stefani and her music? I usually know No Doubt. Is that her band? I usually know her band's name. I don't know. Has passed a long time ago. She was a drama queenie. She was a drama queen meanie. So, of course, I always have questions, and we don't have to go into it too much because I just don't know much about ferrets. But the two questions is, what's a typical lifespan for a ferret, and then if you want to say what your ferret's lifespan was, also. But you don't have to. What's the typical one, and then when you say drama queen meanie, really all I care about is were you able to hug her, and could you cuddle with her? That's the two things I like to do with animals. And I know I probably should not do that with ferrets, and I probably should not do that with raccoons, and I probably should not do that with skunks, but I would probably try with all of them. So anyway, so Hot Mess says, hi, Donald. And Mary says, sorry, my fault. No, that's all right. No problem. What was your fault? Okay. Yeah, cool. I can't find it, but sorry, my fault. No problem. No problem. Y'all can do whatever you want. So I am caught up on comments, and it seems like you three are you four and the 100 and what was it? Twitter is, oh golly, I think 130 live viewers. So the 4 people here and the 130 on Twitter, please, I'm going to get back to the video. So let's see. Let's see here. I'll do a couple more comments. And thank you for the comments. I love comments. Thank you so much. Allegedly. Oh, she was free roam. She was pretty much a 2-year-old temper tantrum child, but she was cuddly. You could cuddle her. Oh, cutie. I'm sure on her terms, kind of like a cat. I've had 5 cats in recovery, 5 cats in 35 years or so. And I kind of tried, and I know you can't train a cat. I get that. But I tried to train all the cats to be a dependent dog. And it kind of worked. They answer to their name. When I let them outside, they don't run away. They stayed near the car. They come back to the car. So I tried to do that. So allegedly, I just tried to find your Twitter live. Can't find it. Well, that's a bummer. The last 2 streams that we did yesterday, they were both on Twitter. So I don't know if maybe they don't release it. No, it's got to be there because people should be able to come to it now. But I was going to say maybe they don't release it until I'm done. But yeah, the other, and I don't know, there is so much stuff going through my head that I'm having trouble. Anyway, I like to be efficient. I like to be 85, 90, 95% accurate. And there are times in my life that I do that. But when I get overwhelmed and there's too much going on, then it goes down to about 25% efficiency. And I'm kind of down there right now. So I do apologize that I may be. So anyway, I'm pretty sure that both of yesterday's stream was on Twitter. It does get a little confusing because there'll be in my Twitter feed, there'll be 3 tweets saying the same thing. So it's like Twitter released it and StreamYard released it. And, I'm like, oh, golly, so I think I found it. So anyway, yeah, thank you. I always like to I inquire. I'm like, hey, can someone go to Facebook and see if it's running? And I have 2 Facebooks going, Facebook profile, Facebook page. I don't know if you're here, Hot Mess, when I described this. I've done 2 streams. This is my 3rd stream where I'm sharing. I think that's the proper word. I'm sharing to 6 destinations. I had to upgrade on the plan, and it's very expensive. So I'm going to, and I don't have any discretionary money. I don't know how I'm going to creatively pay for this, but I didn't want to go to 1 destination, and the first level was 3 destinations. So I went to the 2nd level, and I can go up to 8. So I'm sending it to 6. And you know, you can get your money back within 7 days, which I can't test anything in 7 days. But you can pay monthly, and you can upgrade at any time to a yearly, or you can downgrade to free or the low. You can change in the middle of the month and they'll prorate it, which is great. That's the best way you're supposed to do these things, instead of you must wait until the end of the month. So anyway, so that's probably why I'm gonna stream, 2 or 3 times, not 3, but 2 times a day. Because I want it in 30 days. I want to know, is this effing worth $49 a month? And that's the monthly pay. And if I don't figure it out yet, then I'll pay another $49 a month. But if I figure it out and it is worth it, then holy poop, then I have to come up with $468. And I don't know if there's tax or fees or anything, but it's $468 for a year. Then you get 3 months free. So it's $39 a month. I mean, I don't know how anything I do would be worth $39 a month. It might be in 2 years, but I have to find that $468 now. So anyway, boy, that was a huge preface. All I wanted to say, Hot Mess, is I don't know if you're around and knew that I was sending it to 6 destinations. It's pretty funky, especially because after the stream, I go to all 6 sites and I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't know they could do this. Because Twitter's by far my biggest traffic. And I read that I had, it's by far my biggest. And, like my mother says, I love all 9 children the same. And then she would, but anyway, I love all 6 of my destinations the same. But Twitch, I've never done. And LinkedIn is going to be, crickets, and Facebook's going to be crickets. But Twitter's huge. Anyway, the 2 streams I did yesterday, 1,505 impressions, 448 views, and that's live views and replay views. And then the next one, 1,328 impressions. So the impressions went down, but the views went up, 559. So that's where my bread and butter is going to be, until I that's where my bread and butter is until. But the other thing, if I can't, if it's not going to be worth it, then I could downgrade to the lower paid plan, which is $20 a month or something. Still not something I can easily pay for, especially if I pay for a year and get 3 months free. But I can do, anyway, it probably could be YouTube, Twitter, and I have no idea what the second one choice would be. Certainly not Twitch. Sorry, Twitch. Sorry. I apologize. I don't mean to. Follow me. Give me 2,000 followers in Twitch. And LinkedIn, I think, is clunky because that's about careers and stuff. So anyway, I'll probably try to do that. So Mary, where is that? Mary, stopped your video. Sorry, my fault. Do you think it's your fault that I stopped the video? No, I stopped it because the comments. And really, please, someone says sex profiles all over. That's not my. What are you talking about sex profiles for? Hot Mess Summer. Yes, right now, all I do is the 3 destinations, but I think it's worth it once you get a fan base built up. That's cool. I currently have 6 downloaded, which is amazing that I was even able to set up the 6 destinations. and I'm trying to figure it out if I have a seventh, but I think that's the option. Like if you want to add an extra one, it's RTPML or something. I don't know what it is, but so yeah, I don't know. I don't like choosing. I'd like to do all 6. So I might somehow figure out $39 a month. I don't know. Well, I will figure it out. Allegedly, I can't find your Twitter stream, so I can comment and post with everybody there. All I'm seeing are sex profiles all over. Are you talking about mine? Is there a link? I have no idea what happens when my stream goes live. Okay, what I've heard. Yes, I'm interrupting your live with my comments. No, please, Mary. Everybody is. Please, Mary. Please, please, please. I love your comments. Yeah, I would say at this point in time, the press conferences are probably. Let me see what I can do. Remove from stream. There. Not that you want to see me, but I can't see me. So anyway, I don't know what happens with any of this stuff. But I think I watched the video of the founder of StreamYard, and he did a great video, 20-minute video, 21-minute. It was great. And I think he was saying when you schedule your stream, it is announced somehow it's announced to the 6 destinations. I don't understand Facebook. I don't know LinkedIn. I don't know how that's announced, but somehow it's posted. And then I don't know if he said it's re-announced when you go, it's re-announced when you go live. So yeah, allegedly, you probably know by now. I have no idea about links. I have no idea. If I could, and I'm sure you've already done this, but the only thing I can think of you to do is to go to Twitter and be on Twitter. I know you have an account, so just be on Twitter and type in NASC Hart Inc. NASC. And I know you've already done this, but this is the only thing I can think of you doing. So, Phantom, hey Phantom, I'll get back to you. Hold on. Sorry. Hi Phantom. I'm behind on comments, so I'm a few up from you, but and I could have read that typo. I try to read typos. So yeah, I would just go to NASCAR Inc. Scroll all the way up so that you're at the top in the most recent. I always have a pinned one, and then just go down 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. And again, I know you've already done this, so I don't mean to be telling you something that you already know, but just there should be a live. Anyway, that you know how to do it, and it's fine. But yeah, that'd be kind of cool if you could just comment. Yes, it'd be cool to find out if you can comment. So, Hot Mess, I haven't been able to find him on Twitter. A link would help a lot. I'm not sure what y'all are talking about because I know my mods have posted my. So okay, let's take a break from my break. But okay, I'll do a promotion for myself. And this is one of the things I would probably want my mods to do, every 10, 15, 20 minutes or whatever you're comfortable with. I hate typing and I really hate retyping. So I hope you have it as a pre-written thing so you don't have to retype it at all. But I would love for it to say, please follow me at TikTok and please follow me at Twitter and please follow me at YouTube and I know that pisses some people off, but I'm not here to, I want to grow. I want to grow, and I do someday want to monetize it. I watched that video today and they're like, oh, you have to do everything for the audience. And I'm like, okay, I get that, but I'm not going to misrepresent that I don't want to monetize. I want to monetize, period. So anyway, I would love it if someone could find me over in TikTok. I think my links are in the description, I think, for the 2 things. And I think all 3, but yeah, it would be TikTok, some version of TikTok.com/ and then it's at JoeHart, JoeHart 35. And then for Twitter, I have 3 accounts. So if you research by any version of my name down there, JoeHart PwD's. If you can't just type JoeHart because there's a bunch of famous ones. But if you add PwD's or ADA, you'll find probably all three accounts. So you could certainly be looking at one of the other two accounts. They have the exact same, on Twitter, you can change the name every day, but the handle generally you can't change, or you used to not. So anyway, the name on all three accounts are the same. So I might want to change that. I might want to say Joe number 1 or Joe number 2, but I have to use every single character. Anyway, so it would be some version of twitter.com/@NASCHart Inc. That's the account that I stream to. That's my main account. If someone follows me, I can't follow you back on that account. So I have to follow you on one of the other two accounts. That gets real confusing because they're like, oh, I followed the wrong one. I guess I'll follow over here. And that's not, anyway. So it's NASCHart Inc. NASC is the first 4 letters of NASCAR, NASC, and then Hart, my last name, HART, and then Inc. for incorporated. NASCHart Inc. And I know people have posted that in streams. I know somehow people have found that really quickly. And you don't have to do it quickly. And then and YouTube, probably you all already know it's here somewhere, but I don't understand YouTube either. I mean, there's too much going on in here, and there's too much going on my laptop for me to go, oh, I can calmly tell you how to find LinkedIn or, to find YouTube. So anyway, that, YouTube, which I think is the account that I'm on right now, is JoeHart PwD's, which is person with disabilities, S plural. And then it's a random number, 8641. So I hope I didn't spend too much trying to explain that, but yeah, I'm surprised. I thought people have seen me do that. So now I'm way behind. And Phantom Caller's here. I was going to talk to you specifically, Phantom. So Mary, yes, I interrupted your live with my comments. No, Mary, everybody is, and I like that. So Phantom Caller says, any update? Yay. No, I know it's today. Any update today? I'm unaware of the updates, but allegedly had mentioned that there's a new video. It's not a video we can see, but there's a new video available, or not, the police got it. And so I guess, it's it's about Kaylee and Maddie before the food truck. And it was, a surveillance camera from some business. And I guess it's, it's video and audio, but what not me, but the crime sleuths have seen is a still picture and the audio. And so I've heard of that. And then also Donald. And then also Donald said that they're the second, he said videos. And so I guess the other one, and, I haven't seen either one of these. And when I get off tonight, I'm going to, try to find them. But he said something about another body cam. And, I don't know if that's really the first body cam or it really is the second body cam. So anyway, that's all I know about. I wanted to play, it's gone now, but it was on the screen just a few minutes ago. I wanted to try to focus on the press conferences. It's a total of an hour and 31 minutes. So if I want to play 5-10 minutes and then stop and then, address the comments about the video, the comments about the video. But knowing me, there's no way I could do all 3 videos because that's an hour and 35 minutes. So that'd be a 4.5-hour video. So I might do 1 or 2. Anyway, I would say at this point in time, that probably has been shelved. And now I'm focusing on comments, which I love. I just shared the Twitter for all y'all. Thanks. So yeah, I don't know if allegedly you're finding one of my other accounts because my name, not the handle. The handle is really all you search for. You don't search for names, but my name says, I think what this one says here. I'm not sure. I don't, I set up things so then I never have to think about them again. So I don't really know what it is. I'll look at it and I'll go, yeah, that's my name. But if I'm not looking at it, I don't. So anyway, it's some version of JoeHart, PwD's, ADA. So that they all have the same name, but it's 3 different handles and 3 different accounts. So anyway, if you follow me on Twitter, I can't follow any more people because of the Russian bots that affected Trump's account. And I didn't know I had 15,000 Russian bots or any bots. I wasn't aware. I didn't look for bots. But when he lost his 20 million, I lost 15,000. So you need your followers and followings to be close so that you can follow people. So anyway, am I really I've seen this stream go down to 0 and 1 quite a few times. So I'm not sure if that's a glitch and y'all can come and go as you wish. I'm just trying to figure out if the thing's glitching. I can't imagine this room did ever go to 0 or 1. It might go to 2. It's saying 2 right now. And again, I'm probably talking too much and not. Okay. So Phantom, I'm going to try to catch up with comments, but then I want to talk to you a bit. Not you, the whole room. But, and you may have heard me. It's about that Twitter's my biggest destination, and there's a huge audience watching this live on Twitter. And I think allegedly he's going to try to see if he can make a comment. I don't know what's going on over there, but I've checked the other 2 streams, and it's pretty big numbers. So it's not as intimate as you would think. I like full disclosure. I know we talked about you coming up here and you're like, oh, it'd be nice to be safe here and stuff, and it is safe. But I just want to let you know, Twitter is watching, and there's a couple 100 people watching it live probably. And I'm small potatoes, but that's really huge for me is a couple of 100 people. So Mary Yanton, well, good to see you guys, but I'm going to go to bed. Not feeling well. Oh, Mary, I hope I didn't miss you. Bye, Mary. Thanks. Have a great night too, all. Thanks, Mary. Phantom allegedly says Phantom caller. Hello. And Phantom, hello, allege. Bye, Mary. I probably missed her. Sorry. Allege the Phantom, just a new audio it's before the food truck. That's pretty wild. And here is alleged, found it. But that's a lot of poop. I don't know if that's a clickable link. That's a lot of poop. That's too bad there's all that characters in that. But what I mean to say, thank you very much to do that. So Phantom, I haven't had the chance to look at the updates. Anything in the AU? Anything in the AU? Audio? Anything in the audio? I have not heard it. Allegedly told me about it, and Mary said she had heard it too. Or she saw the still picture or something. She was aware of it. Audio. Yeah, thank you. And allegedly, Phantom, I sent you a link for the new audio. Did you? Can you send that to me? Phantom, thank you. And allegedly, I just shared the Twitter for all y'all. Thank you. Did you try to make a comment? Did you find out if you could make a comment? Allegedly, I'm so fast, I'm posting in his Twitter feed and to you all here while messaging and transfer info to people. I'm fast as fuck. Man, allegedly. So you can comment. Does it show? I mean, I guess it shows other comments. Are y'all really having a comment? Twitter, allegedly he's over here too. He's a cool guy. But I see, I probably shouldn't call you. Everything's the open internet. I think, I think everybody ought to be all careful. So allegedly. So anyway, I'm caught up on comments. Again, I'm hypersensitive. So I'm like, oh, I did this. But, I get way behind on comments. And then suddenly I kind of catch up and I'm like, oh, no, there's no more comments. And I'm like, I talked too long. I didn't address it quick enough. So I'm like, oh, where's the flow? Which I'm not trying to tell you. I want more comments. But, yeah, it's kind of weird how I can be behind 40 comments and then I catch up and I'm like, oh. So anyway, Phantom, if you're still there. Oh, and you said thank you. So, you're talking to allegedly. So I don't know if I made that clear. Starting yesterday, I did 2 streams on StreamYard, which is essentially saying you do 2 streams on YouTube, but that's not necessary. It doesn't have to be that way. Anyway, I upgraded my plan to a paid plan, and I can send this stream to up to 8 destinations. Now, somehow, I don't know how I figured this out, but I downloaded or uploaded or I set up 6 of my destinations. So I upgraded so I could have 8, and I set it up. And so I 2 streams yesterday, and this one right now is going to 6 destinations. They are Facebook profile, Facebook page, LinkedIn profile, YouTube I think just YouTube by itself. Twitch, I think just by itself. And Twitter, I think just by itself. So after last night, I need numbers. I need to see what's happening and if this is working, or you know, which ones were better and which ones I was more on topic or off on topic, or you know, just talking about the girls or just you know, women. I don't like saying girls, because they're women. But anyway, you know, if the dog, you know, so I like to see the numbers and see. So anyway, I've said this a couple times. It's my stream, so I can keep repeating myself, and I'm pretty proud of it. And I'm sorry if I missed Hot Mess. Oh, Hot Mess, did I miss you? I love comments, and I like addressing them all, but I don't like that I miss people leaving. And people can just slip out, and you can leave anytime, but sometimes people go, okay, I got to go. See you later. Thanks. And I'm like, damn, I missed that. So found it. So that's my Twitter account. I don't know if you can find my Twitch, my TikTok account. I'm so fast. I'm posting in his Twitter feed and to you all here while messaging and transferring info to people. I'm fast as fuck. Thank you so much, allegedly. So I'm gonna, okay, yeah, the numbers. So, okay, my 2 streams yesterday that, you know, would have typical numbers like that, you know, and I'm small. I understand it's intimate and it's going to grow. And so it's usually 4 or 5 or 8, or, you know, I think I've always been in single digits. I don't think it's ever gotten low. I mean, in recent days, I got 139 when T-Rev came in here and he brought his all his crew. I got 139, which was pretty cool. So what? Am I not making my sense? Okay. So anyway, this live stream is going to 6 destinations. LinkedIn is only 1. LinkedIn is 2 people. But over in Twitter, during the 2 streams, I did 2 streams on StreamYard yesterday and sent it to all 6 destinations. So they went to Twitter. So after they're done, I looked at which I'll probably go look for allegedly now, because I want to see comments. I want to see what's happening over there. But so anyway, the first stream I did yesterday was what did you hear in the audio? I guess you're talking to allegedly. So what? I'm only running 2 devices right now, or I would check everywhere. I don't really deal with LinkedIn. Oh, that's all right. I was asking if you could drop my link in here for TikTok. So that's my 3 things. I would like TikTok's link dropped often in my stream, and my Twitter dropped often in my stream. And I know I'm sacrilege. You know, I know I'm supposed to be dropping my YouTube instead, but that would be my 3rd choice. Pretty soon it will probably, you know, YouTube will probably be the most. So that's what I'm asking you. I wasn't asking you to go see all 6 destinations, but yeah, I wouldn't be opposed if you did. So anyway, Phantom Caller said, so what did you hear in the audio? So yeah, I assume you're talking to alleged, because I haven't heard the audio yet. I'm sure you heard me say that. But anyway, the numbers. So I streamed twice here, but it also went to Twitter, just to let you know, Phantom and anybody else that might want to come up, but I couldn't hear what they said. I think allegedly said Adam was the possible name on it, but I don't know who Adam is. And I would butcher it if I paraphrased, but something, allegedly will type it for you. But if I did paraphrase it and butcher it, something like, did you know what you told Adam? Oh, it wasn't very good, or something like that. So, yeah, he'll type it out for you. So, okay. So alleged Phantom, I know you're focused on this audio, but I'll just state these numbers again. But so yesterday, the first, yeah, there it is. Phantom Caller. It's only one girl saying, what did you tell Adam? And the other girl said, I told him everything, and shows both girls prior to food truck walking with hoodie guy. I heard, something. So, so anyway, the first stream we did yesterday started at 12:01 p.m. just afternoon, and I got 1,505 impressions, and 448 replay viewers. That's live and replay. Live was 363. So anyway, this is not as intimate as people think. I like to have full disclosure. The second stream yesterday I did at 10 p.m. It was 1,328 impressions and 559 replay viewers, which is live and replay, but that's 430 live. So anyway, that's not intimate. But I would still welcome everybody to come up, and I'd love if you Phantom came up someday, but I'm sure you're not listening to me. You're doing that audio stuff, which is fine. You can do whatever you want. Apologies, I am not on my personal device. No problem. Okay. So I'll go. Am I really way up here? So I haven't had a chance to look at anything in audio. I'll send you the link. Thank you. I need a mouse on this. I can't scroll very well. Allegedly, I just shared the Twitter for all of y'all. Thank you. I'm so fast. I'm fast as fuck. Phantom. So what did you hear on the audio? So I'm only running 2 devices. Why did that disappear? I'm only running 2 devices right now, or I would check everywhere. I don't really deal with LinkedIn, really. That's fine. And as you know, as long as you have an account, you can check anything out and you don't have to, interact with it and stuff. But Phantom, I couldn't hear what they said. So yeah, a lot of these are repeat, but I'm just kind of trying to get myself up to the gate. A Phantom caller. It's only one girl saying, "What did you tell Adam?" And the other girl said, the other woman says, "I told him everything," and shows both girls prior to food truck walking with hoodie guy. And that was the first thing I noticed in the food truck video, is that the hoodie guy did walk into the screen with the 2 women, and he was actually in between the 2 women. Not that that means a bunch, but I wouldn't think 2 women would let someone walk between them if they weren't loosely together. Not really together, but just loosely together. And everybody's like, look, he's in the back and he's not eating, and he shifts his hat, and they barely acknowledge him, and all that stuff's true. But they showed up together for sure, I think, on the video. I hear really... I dislike typing on droids. No problem. Phantom, apologies. I am not on my personal device. Donald, I'm thinking the hoodie guy name is Adam and not Jack S., but time will tell if true. Yeah, it sounds like hoodie guy was walking with them, is what allegedly just said, I think. And, we have our own perception. I don't think there's one person that's perfectly correct all the time and everybody else is correct. But, I trust and believe most of what I don't use the word trust very well, but I trust and believe what allegedly says. And he said, and shows both girls prior to food truck walking with hoodie guy. So, I don't think they'd be talking about hoodie guy in front of hoodie guy, but they could. I have my own theories about some stuff, but some of it's too controversial. And Phantom caller, was there an update from the MPD today? I checked before I came on here and I didn't see one, but I only go to Facebook, City of Moscow Police Department on Facebook, which on a couple of the times that I've heard them talk on video, they tell everybody to go to there as the main place for event info. But I have discovered, their updates are not always complete. There's more information on the City of Moscow, Idaho website. That's more comprehensive information, which is weird. Don't you think all updates would be the same? And actually, there was a difference. I noticed it. I made a reaction. I made a video. I got some response, and then they changed it back to that critical information was in the next day's update. I don't know if I had anything to do with that, but they did change it in one day. So allegedly, no updates by cops. Like I keep saying, they don't seem to have any leads at all. Yeah, not much. Allegedly, Joe Hart, what is your TikTok and Instagram? I hope you had heard me already, but TikTok is at JoeHart 35. JoeHart 35. JoeHart 35. That's TikTok. I don't know the beginning. https://www.tiktok.com. I think there's a slash. I don't quote me, but I think it's a /en for English because TikTok's based out of China. So it's /en, I do believe, and then your thing. Hi, base believers. I'm pretty new to this. This is my 8th stream. I generally get off topic and I'm all over the place. I generally have known everybody in my stream, as much as you can know someone. I heard your question. Can you just wait for my answer? Don't post that again, please. So I don't usually let people come in that I'm unaware of. I usually like there to be some sort of connection with the person. The relative exception to that is I was in another stream fairly often. So there are people that know me from that stream. So if you could perchance mention what stream that was, if you could mention what stream I've been in a fair amount, and it's the right one, then that would, I would go from knowing you 0% to knowing you 15%. And I know allegedly told me that Donald had been in here before. And I'm sorry, Donald, I wasn't aware of that. But yeah, base believers, please don't ask that question again. Currently, I know quite a few people in the room. So anyway, I'm new to it. So I don't just let people pop in. I got a peen picture yesterday. I'm sure, I'm sure you don't send peen pictures. What's it? A baby pinky? What was that allegedly? Something about a baby pinky. It's awesome, Joe. No problem. Yeah, my bad, Donald. And really, I could see a name today and tomorrow I'd forget it again. So, allegedly, I don't really know what my Instagram is. I do believe you can go onto all platforms and say Joe Hart. I would say Joe Hart 88 and it would come up. But let me see. I think it's some version of the NASCAR Inc. There's my little head. It is. It's NASCAR Inc. I think that's the name of. So it's NASCAR Inc. The same as Twitter. NASC, which is the first 4 letters of NASCAR. Hart, my last name, and Inc. for Incorporated. So allegedly, oh, wait. Let me click it up here. Phantom, allegedly, I'm preparing for the worst, but hoping for the best. Oh, golly. Let's hope it gets better. Donald, this case is wild and keeping us all on hooks and ladders. Amen. Where are you from, Donald? Is that a UK? Is that a UK phrase? 4 weeks ago, before I saw the press conference, 4 weeks ago, I had just come off the road from motorsports. Prior to this, I used to go to about 20 to 22 to 24 events a weekend, the entire weekend, for motorsports, and that's what I cover. So on Twitter, which if you can't tell by now, Twitter is my main stream, my main audience. 62%, I think, of my followers are from the United States. The other 38% is from, I do believe, 97 countries or 102 countries or something. So I'm not international, but they are because of what I cover. So anyway, I always like to hear about other things. So the base believer says, where's the join link? We've already addressed that. Allegedly, the base believers, hello. And the base believer says, hello. And the base believers, where is the StreamYard link? Did you think I missed the first one? So Donald, and I know in streams that get 100 comments can be lost. But yeah, I saw the first one and the second one, the base believer. So Donald, it's awesome, Joe. No problem. Okay, cool. For Phantom, their update resourcing made me think they were They were not expecting arrest. This out of the new year. And I don't know what. So are you saying the numbers stayed the same? So they're not expecting an arrest, or the numbers went down because they're giving up, or the numbers went up because they don't expect? Yeah, what I am very interested in the numbers, especially FBI, but also Moscow. You know, they went from 33 to 11, and then I think they're lower than 11 right now. And I count them all. I don't, you know, it's just good. I know how many detectives and how many assistants, but So Phantom, it concerns. Yes, this case probably. I agree, Phantom. So Donald, I'm praying, period, that this case has justice is needed, period. I'm praying, period, that this case has justice is needed, period. I agree. I'm from Northwest Ohio. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, but I went to 2 Ohio colleges, Miami and Ohio U. And that's Northwest. Yeah. Mid Ohio. I've been to Mid Ohio quite a few times. That's not entirely west, but if you say Columbus is the center, it's northwest from the center. Donald, my family has Irish and German in it. Cool. Yippee. Okay, allegedly. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. I was bouncing around searching for links. So did you get the okay, folks, I have to take off for the night. Have a great evening, everybody. Cool. Thank you, allegedly. Thank you for all you've done. So yeah, I don't, whatever. I'm not sure if you found the Instagram, and I don't do Instagram much. I got it. I have accounts in all the platforms. So, well, thank you, allegedly. I did catch up on, I'm about an hour from Toledo, Ohio. And for the lower series of motorsports, they go to Toledo Speedway. I've never been there, but I'm aware of it. Mid Ohio is the one I know of. I've been there, 6 or 7 times. So that's cool. Toledo. Anyway, like I often say, I think I'm going to wind it down. It is coming to 2 hours. I hope that someday I can get really, really, really close to an hour. I know that's impossible. I know YouTube and StreamYard is slow and steady. It grows. I don't have many subscribers. It's going to be slower than normal. I don't have, I'm hoping that, oh, you're welcome, Donald. By the way, it takes me about 45 minutes to say goodbye. Hopefully not tonight. Great show, Joe. Thank you. Thank you, Donald. But yeah, I hope to really say goodbye and be done in about 6 or 7 or 8 minutes. But, so anyway, anyway, the way I intro is usually the way I exit, but I always like to say, thoughts and prayers for the victims, families, loved ones, friends, students, University of Idaho, the community, Moscow, Idaho, Latah County. I think I'm saying that right. Someone corrected me. Latah County in the state of Idaho, and the LE, the law enforcement, the Moscow Police Department, the FBI, which is based out of Salt Lake City and West Virginia and other parts in the country, and Idaho State Police. So what advice? What advice? Great show. Is that what you're? It's got an X in it, so it says what advice? I'm not sure if I mentioned the advice, but yeah, I don't. But yeah, you could feel free to. I can usually read typos, and I think you do mean advice, but I don't remember saying advice. So I'll need a little more context there, if that's okay. What advice would you give to the young people in Moscow? Oh, wow, that's a good question. And I mean, I have no experience of that. I was, I'm a father. I have 1 child. I was a foster parent. I had about 10 or 12 teenage boys. I'm the youngest of 9, so I have a ton of nieces and nephews. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm an expert at all at that, but what advice would you give to the young people in Moscow? And I assume you're talking about the college level. So, Yeah, I mean, I think everybody ought to do what they want to do. If they want to leave the campus and stay off the campus, I support that totally. If they want to stay on campus, I support that totally. They can do whatever is comfortable with them. If they stay on campus, kind of like what the police say of, travel in groups, be vigilant, be aware of your surroundings, carry, and I don't think the police said this, but carry mace or carry keys or carry, something. And I know there are people that carry keys, that each key is in between their fingers at all times. They carry their keys that way with a key in between each finger. And mace, I mean, I know plenty of people that carry mace. But anyway, traveling and I wouldn't say, and the cops didn't say this, but I wouldn't say travel in pairs. I would say travel in groups. Not that you need 4 women or 4 people to, I mean, but I don't know if you're gonna stay there. I don't want to say embrace your fear and, don't cower and don't stay in your apartment. If you're in Moscow, I think it would be nice to try to continue living your life. I try to believe the cops. I think they made a lot of missteps. And I think it was wrong for them to say that it was a targeted event, but now there is no imminent danger in the town. But they made that statement based on something. So I would say, I would say that there's some basis was it for them to say there's no imminent danger. Now it's been 5 weeks, so obviously whatever thought they had back then is probably not what they're thinking now. But anyway, if that were to be true, it'd be like just, so anyway, the victims were murdered in their beds. If young people are not safe in bed, where are they safe? Absolutely. I mean, this is, 10, 15 years ago, I started saying, there now are no longer any boundaries. There are now no longer any boundaries. Children kill parents and parents kill children and teachers kill students and students kill teachers. There aren't, priests violate children and people kill priests. There are now no more boundaries. So, I mean, and, I have never said, oh, I've seen it all now. But as far as boundaries go, I don't think any of us would ever think that our bed is the boundary that we haven't thought of yet. I mean, that's absurd that someone would have to think about their beds. You're asleep. It's the end of the night, but, yeah, you're absolutely right. So I don't know if I could really figure out what advice to tell them. I mean, number one, do what you want to do. And, certainly 5 weeks ago, most people were saying, and I think the president said, and, that second guy that talked, I don't think he's second in command, but I think he's dean of students or whatever he is that does the nice guy. Oh, the president's nice too. The president cried a couple of times, that's a good sign. But, it seemed like immediately they were aware that students will probably not come back to campus. And, they had Thanksgiving break, so everybody can go home. And they changed the vigil so people didn't have to come home. And then exams ended on Friday, the 16th. Yesterday the exams ended on Friday. So now they're leaving again. So they may have, they're home anyway. They're off campus right now. Or, whoever goes home. I'm sure there's 20, 30, 40% that don't go home all the time. There's broken homes and they're independent and they're older and, whatever reason. But so, when they come back after Christmas or, holidays, they might feel less scared and stuff. But I would bet, and I would like to find out how many, and I don't know if any of y'all know, but I wonder how many people were studying online before this event. But I bet their online will go skyrocketing. And I'm a numbers guy, but I'm just speculating. I have no idea. But I bet it was 5 or 10% before this. And I bet it's going to be 60 or 70% after this. I'm just blindly thinking up numbers. But so yeah, that would be but you're right. I mean, the bed. I mean, that there, golly, it's bad enough that, like I said, parents kill kids and kids kill parents, and there are now no more boundaries. There are no boundaries. So it's sad. Should the police be doing more to reassure the students that they are safe? Absolutely. I mean, I have ragged a lot about Moscow Police Department. In the last week or two, I've been trying to pull back and say, maybe we ought to be a little more understanding, or at least accepting, or at least, yeah, let's give them a little time. Now, I think 5 weeks, 5 weeks is in 12 hours. In less than 12 hours, it's going to be 5 weeks. If police cannot reassure the students, yeah, I mean, if they can't do it, but yeah, I don't, that, yeah, and I'm not into the body cam. And if there was a white car, I mean, the first body cam, I think Donald mentioned a second body cam, but yeah, I'm sorry, Phantom, that you have to keep typing that. But yeah, I got the student part, but feel free to type it if you want. But yeah, I'm sorry. Is that like, does your device, or anyway, is it audio? Are you stating that? And that's why it doesn't understand it? I don't know how you got an S and an ST, but anyway, oh, I'm sorry. Let's see here. So let me put another comment up. So, yeah, I mean, it would be, but anyway, supposedly with that body cam, it was 3:30 in the morning, or 3:21 in the morning, or something. And, supposedly this event is happening. So, does that mean they cannot reassure them? I probably didn't mean to say that. I think it's impossible to make everything foolproof. And I think it's impossible to, I mean, there can't be one cop per every student. And I think some perps can get around that, and they just kill both of them. But no, I wish they would reassure more. And then it's just all, everybody's got to take, everybody, the students either have to believe that they will be patrolling more, or they won't be, or they'll just do online, or, so, or drop out. I'm sure there's still going to be a percentage of students that drop out. I think that's one of the politics that are going around. University of Idaho does not want their enrollment to go down. So they do not want people to hear about any of this, but they don't want to hear about serial killer, or the dog skinning, or the coyotes on the fraternity doors. They don't want to hear about all that stuff. So they want to, so that is political going on, which it's, student safety ought to be number one. But apologies, not my main device. I think you said that before. Sorry, Phantom. But so yeah, I've interacted with cops a lot. I've been arrested, and I've gotten DWIs. I don't know exactly how. I think maybe 12 in 5 states. And back then the states didn't talk to each other. So when I'm getting my 12th, it's not counted as my 12th. It's counted as my 2nd or 3rd. But I've been in jail, not prison, but I've been in jail. And I'm not judging prison. I just haven't been there. But so I've interacted with them a lot, but I wouldn't say I'm an authority at all. And like I was saying earlier in this stream, I think I've pulled back. I think I'm doing less research. Now, I can't multitask, and this live streaming is beating the heck out of me. It's so overwhelming, and I'm trying to get it right, and I'm trying to study, and I'm trying to do all this stuff. I mean, I've been wanting to get onto YouTube Live for 5 years. I'm not a doer. I've been talking about it. I go see allegedly Brittany. I see allegedly Brittany, and I'm like, no, I'm doing that now. And within 48 hours, I download StreamYard. Within a week or so, I was live streaming on YouTube, and I was like, I was never going to do that. So, anyway, I'm not sure why I brought that up, but, I wish they could, and I believe them that they have more, patrol cars, and they're, now, I can split hairs like the best of them, and I can get passionate. Excuse me. I can get passionate like the best of them. And, I'm OCD. I can split hairs like you wouldn't believe. So during one of the press conferences, the second cop in command, not the chief, but the captain, the captain mispronounced Sigma Chi. He said Sigma Chi. That may not be a big deal, but the way I read that, I mean, I've been to 8 colleges, flunked out half of them. I got a degree. I got a bachelor's. I fell short of a master's of engineering, but I was, I had part of it. So I know a lot of colleges, and that's where the DWIs were and stuff, or some of them. And so I know a lot about colleges. And my experience, if there's a campus that has a fair amount of Greek, and I think they have 34 sororities, and I've looked it up, but I forget everything. But I think they have 30-something fraternities and sororities, and 23% of the students are in the Greek system. My perception is if you're the captain and you cover a city, which I just heard today, someone said the population is 26,000 and half of those are students or something like that. I don't think it's half. I think students are 9,600, but it's a lot. And my experience, if you're a cop, my opinion would be, if you're a cop covering a college town and they have a lot of Greek, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, and I haven't heard anybody else talk about this, and I brought it up and people are like, yeah, I already know what you're talking about. But in my opinion, if you're covering a college campus that has a lot of Greek people, then you would know how to pronounce, get this, you would know how to pronounce every single Greek letter, every single one of them, rho and gamma and all of them. So I think by him saying chi, which everybody says chi or chai, or, they guess, but they don't know it's chi. But what that means to me is he's not patrolling enough, or they're not patrolling enough to not even know the Greek. And I'll stop. I mean, I know I get too much on it, but I thought that was a very poor, more so than when the chief mispronounced Kaylee's last name. He said Goncalves. He said 2 syllables and he used a hard C instead of a soft C. He said Goncalves. And, everybody immediately, I bet that's the last time he'll ever not research the pronunciation of someone's name, because he's going to be famous for that. So, I mean, that's horrible. So the victim, the VI, I assume you mean victim, but thank you for all your comments. And again, I hope I didn't get too far on that Greek thing. But again, I hope I'm wrong. I hope he's just not informed of the Greek alphabet and not informed of that one letter. He might know the other however many letters there are, 22 letters or 21 letters or whatever. He might know all the rest, but he just didn't know that one or whatever. But I hope it doesn't mean that they weren't patrolling before this. But I think the first breakdown of how many people, I think, don't quote me, but I think the first breakdown of the number of officers for Moscow Police Department was 33. Again, that's everybody. That's detectives and troopers and I think the support staff. But so I don't know if 33 is a lot or 33 is not a lot. They have 26,000 people. I think that's what I heard today. So that's one officer per or one person per 1,000 people. So it's another thing, and in my head, this is all the same topic, but you all may think of it as a different topic. But in my head, I forget what I was going to say, but I'll get to it. I'll figure it out. So, yeah, Phantom, yours says, now, I don't know if on your device, Phantom, if you see the comments or not. So I don't want to point out your incomplete, but anyway, it says the VI, which I'm guessing VI is victim, but I don't know. So I don't know if you see those and then you type the rest, or you go, oh, I didn't know I mistyped it. So feel free to send more stuff. So, golly, what was I going to say? At least to me, so do you think the young people in Moscow could be at risk when they return to school? I think they could. I'm not sure if the risk would be this specific perk, but I think that's possible too. I firmly believe, starting 10, 20 years ago, I think everybody ought to be vigilant, and everybody ought to be, male and female. I think everybody ought to be just vigilant and aware of your surroundings and have keys in your hand, and, don't open your car and trunk until you're ready to get into them, and lock it, and and I don't think that's neurosis or paranoid. I think it just is good things to do. So but as far as this perp goes, and a lot of my theories, I probably peaked out at about 8 or 9 theories, and I could have done it at the peak. Again, the information in my brain, it's been too long. So now I'm starting to forget everything. But 2 weeks ago, I could have done and someone did do this, but so I could have done I could have done a stream that said, why is Jackass guilty and why is he not guilty? So I think I could have covered all sides of every person. But I currently think, and I guess I might not know until I start talking about it to go, no, I don't think that anymore. But I think the perp was local. I think the perp was in Moscow before the event and just after the event. He might have left for Thanksgiving or not, and he probably came back after Thanksgiving, and he's somehow immersed in the thing. Now, I don't think he has any remorse. I mean, I don't think he's going, oh, golly, I was pretty pissed at her, but man, I don't want to do that again. I think, he could be, what are the two, psychotic, and I'm losing I can't think of the words, but anyway, that was too long. I think that the person is in Moscow now. I mean, not now, exams just ended yesterday. So I don't know. Again, he might be, he probably doesn't want to be in the town when no one else is there, because then he sticks out like a thumb. But I do think they would be at risk. I think they think they'd be at risk. Now, I mean, there's a lot of things that could improve their situation, which they're not going to do, and I went to college. I went to 8 years of college at 5 different colleges, and I'm an alcoholic addict, and I'm in recovery, but I wasn't then. But I think it's safe to say most students will not curb their smoking, and they will not curb their drinking, and they will not curb taking their drugs. And I'm not judging all that stuff at all. It just affects your awareness and your reaction and all that stuff. So anyway, that was a long answer. Now, my stream did go down to 0 for a while, and I talked about that earlier. I was like, is that a glitch? Did it really go down to 0? Which I don't usually really care. But it's gone down to 0 and 1 a lot. It's now currently at 2, and I went way over 2 hours. So I think I will start trying to say goodbye. I do appreciate all the comments, Phantom. I would love to have you up here in the and probably several people. I don't want to say everybody's invited, because there's people I don't know yet. But I would love to have you up in the panel. I know you're like, well, I'm shy and this is intimate and seems fairly safe, so it'd be cool. So that's why I wanted to let you know about Twitter. And those are real numbers. I didn't make up those numbers. So it's a real thing. And allegedly made some comments. So I can't wait to go see his comments. I didn't know if they could comment over there. So it's good to know that they can comment over there. But it'll be delayed. So hi, Twitter. I will be reacting to your comments my next stream, because I'm going to read tonight's comments after I finish. And then I bet I could someday have a device here and get them live. I didn't think about doing that. Sorry, I'll probably try to do that next time. Because Twitter, you're the rock star. Everybody's the rock star. I love all 6 of my children the same. Facebook profile, Facebook page, LinkedIn profile, YouTube. Good night. I think that's what "ite" means, but I don't know. YouTube, and Twitch and Twitter. I love all 6 of my children the same. But I really like Twitter. Night. Okay, Phantom, I appreciate it. So anyway, I'm going to go back to the solo here, and that's still there. I don't know what. I'm going to just add this to see why it's down here. And then I'm going to remove it. I thought it left. Oh, okay. So stop screen. Okay, there it is. That left. Okay. Okay. I'm going to hit end broadcast twice, and this will end, but I don't think comments will end immediately. And I'll probably scroll up just to make sure I didn't miss any comments from the other 5 platforms, because this is really new to me to be sending it to 6 devices. It's a ton of money. I do not have that money. I will have to creatively figure out where I'm going to get that money, or find out how I'm going to get that money, if it's worth it. So I'm trying to, I want to, within 30 days, know if I'm going to pay this much money or not. And if not, downgrade a little bit or downgrade a lot of it. And I'm guessing I won't stream it much at all if this doesn't work. If six destinations don't work, the growth on the other platforms are going to just take too long. At least for me. I'm disabled and I'm off topic, and disabilities is not exciting. And I'm not doing the motorsports. The motorsports is kind of exciting, but anyway. So, JoeHart from Vermont. I really appreciate all the live viewers. I love the comments. Thank you for all the comments, Phantom Caller and all the others. I really appreciate the live viewers. I really appreciate the recorded viewers. And I am going to hit, I'm still testing all the time because I don't remember things. So good night, Phantom. So I'm going to hit broadcast right now. I have to hit it twice. So I'm going to hit it right now. 3, 2, 1. I just hit it. Now I'm going to hit the second one. 3, 2, 1. And that should